Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Carolina Panthers versus Joe Burrow and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow will throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this one is incomplete. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Here we go. Big 13.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They hand this off to Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kadarius Toney with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule, leading them out in his 10th NFL season now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down, and this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
Touchdown, Panthers! Tim Patrick with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 3rd down, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you've got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This one left side caught by Patterson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We begin up at MetLife Stadium. New Orleans in town to take on New York. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll stay in the Northeast as we head down to FedEx Field in Washington to check in on the football team. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter of what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From his end zone comes Rico Dowdle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You know, Ryan Tannehill, not the first guy that comes to your mind when you think of quarterbacks that have put up huge numbers. He hasn't won any big passing awards, but he just went over 30,000 career yards, and that's pretty good for a guy who came to the league back in 2012. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Tannehill. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And now off off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Dowdle going to take this one out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good, one interception, just get it back, get back to being who you are, and this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Working with a 2nd and 3. They run with Patterson.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Tannehill. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punch.
Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down now. It's Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash.
Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The ball will come out to the 25. Here's Dowdle. Will not return this one. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tannehill on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. First down. Here's Burrow. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets it down to the 32. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. This man born and raised right here in Charlotte, Jalen Samuels. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Harris. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill got this complete to the tight end Pitts, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. After the sack on 1st down, Tannehill. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That time a 9-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Point game offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 2nd and 11 now. They'll run again with Harris. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's